Hello everybody, nice to see you. Thanks for coming tonight. Are you excited to be here? Wow, I feel like I'm in geometry class. Are you guys excited to be here? All right, very nice. Hey, I've gotten some really nice comments on my suit and my work t-shirt there. I don't know if you noticed, I'm also wearing my work boots. This is kind of my shtick. I'm really glad that you guys are here tonight. This is going to be a really special night. We're going to enjoy some very, very nice desserts, and I'll be recognizing that person and making sure that everyone knows where that came from later. We're going to watch some videos tonight. We're going to hear some testimonials from some people who have been involved. Really going to be a special night. I wanted to start off just by, so I'm just going to talk here for 3 or 4 minutes, and then I'm going to let you go so that you can, have you guys seen the desserts back there? They're amazing. So I'll let you go to get some of that, and then you can come back to your tables, just continue getting to know each other. I'm going to give you a couple of questions to help you get to know each other a little bit better, so that'll be fun. I wanted to just start off a little bit by telling you a brief story. My name's Shawn Mitchell, and I started Catalyst about 7 years ago, and I'm still serving as the executive director. I am part-time with this organization. I'm the only paid staff of this organization. So other than me, half-time, it's all volunteers. And it's pretty remarkable, some of the things that have happened over the last several years. In your program, when you get a chance to look through, you'll see some of the statistics of what things have happened over the last several years and kind of where we've come from. But I just wanted to tell you, just real briefly, why I started Catalyst. I'm a recovering pastor, for those of you who don't know. Not because I have anything against pastors or churches or God. I love God with all my heart. And still consider myself to be in ministry. Being in ministry really doesn't have anything to do with being in a staff position at a church. It doesn't even really have to do with a church building. Being in ministry is something that you are. It's something that you are in daily life. I had a point in my ministry, most recently, my most recent official normal ministry job, if you will, was I was a new church planter. We started a church called Potter's Hands. Me and another guy that I went to seminary with were good friends. His name is Shawn. Some of you know him. And we started Potter's Hands a little over 10 years ago. And that was a daughter church plant, like a church plant or a daughter church out of this church. And so to this day, this is a very, very special congregation for me. I came to a conclusion as a minister about 7 years ago, 6.5 to 7 years ago, that I needed to make a change. It was something that I felt like I was supposed to do. Again, nothing against ministry or churches or anything like that, but something that I felt like God was calling me to do as an individual. Have you guys ever heard of a verse? And I know, everyone has a different, background, and this isn't going to be a sermon or anything like that. I'm just telling you kind of a little bit about where I came from and what brought about the beginnings of Catalyst. Have you ever heard of a verse called John 3:16? You probably have seen it written down on posters, and people are holding it up by the field goals, at football games and stuff like that, trying to get the message out. It's a real simple verse, and it says that God so loved the world that he gave his own son, so that whoever believes in him will not perish but have everlasting life. The part that I think that many people in America miss about that is the very, very first action, the first attribute that it says about God. The first thing it says about God is that he loved the world. And I came to a conclusion as a minister about 7 years ago that I didn't think that most of the people in America really believed that Christians or churches love the world. So I fired myself. And I went bivocational and started trying to discover ways to reach people with a very, very important message, but to get out of the more traditional environment. Again, I love the tradition. That's where I'm from. But when we take that message out into the world, that's where people live. So I was working in construction part-time, and I was also doing ministry part-time, and we started serving people. It was real natural to serve people using construction. And it just kind of snowballed. The first couple of jobs we did was literally me, my family, my kids. If they were here, they'd be rolling their eyes right now because we dragged them on all kinds of projects. It's like, they're like, oh, you're torturing us, right? You know, it's real important for us to model service to our kids. But they came on so many of these early projects, and they still come occasionally. Some of the people actually that were in those very beginning projects are here tonight. And you remember exactly what I'm talking about. But what I came to realize is that people would rather see a sermon than hear a sermon. And it's a really, really good place to start. So we started serving people. It started to snowball, and we fell in love with the people that we were serving. We're not doing we're not doing religious things while we're on our projects. We are not using that to manipulate people. We're not fixing people's houses so that they'll listen to a 5-minute gospel presentation. None of those things. We just want to love people, and we want to show God's love to people. And it has changed our lives too. It's been wonderful. So I'm emotional now, sorry. That's why I started Catalyst. And man, has it grown beyond what we thought it was going to be. And we're doing really, really neat things. And we're helping a lot of people in the community. There's a lot of bad news in the world today, isn't there? We turn the TV on at home, and you know, sometimes while we're fixing dinner and we're trying to talk about the day, and our kids are home from school and whatnot, and there's just all of this bad stuff. And sometimes I'm like, turn that thing off. This is ridiculous. Let's talk about something that's good and positive and uplifting. And so one of the things that we want to do is we want to be part of making some good news in this world. And so many neat things are happening. So we just want to share that with you tonight, give you an insight on some of the plans that we have for the future. And we hope that you're inspired and that you have a good time and that you'll partner with us as a result of being here tonight. Please be sure while you're getting your desserts, there's some newspapers that we've been in back there and some pictures. There's information. If you have any questions, please ask your table host or ask me, anything like that. I'm going to stop talking for now, and what I'd like you guys to do is after you get up and go grab some desserts and come back, just really get to know each other, have fun together. And here's a couple of questions, some kind of discussion starter questions for you to get started on. What is your favorite season of the year and why? What's your favorite season of the year and why? How many people really love the rain, by the way? Really? Oh, wow. Wow. Okay. I was just curious. Okay, so what's your favorite season and why? 2, what makes you laugh? And 3, how are you connected with Catalyst? Okay, so I'm going to let you go. Please enjoy yourself, grab some desserts, and we'll have a little free time before we start showing videos. Thanks.